Hi, this is the side kick exercise. We're going to be coming down onto our side, so make your way down carefully. If you're not happy to use your arm under your head, please put a pillow under instead to support the neck and keep the spine straight, and leave the arm in front. So it's choosing the option best for you. We're going to bring our legs long, but forward to an angle of 45 degrees. Just check that you've not moved your hips. So we should have our straight spine. We should have our shoulders in the stable position, the blades squeezed together and blades into the back pockets. Our core should be engaged, pelvic floor pulled up, TVA belted in, and that 30% engagement held. We're breathing through our chest, lateral thoracic breathing in the rib cage. Also, just check you can fit a piece of paper under your lower side, so we're not slouching down, we're holding that straight line. Your arm, fingertips, just resting on the floor in front of you, but do make sure we never allow the shoulder to dip forward. Keep those shoulders stacked, just the same as you're going to keep your hips stacked, that top hip pointing up to the roof all the time. Let's move on to the actual action of the side kick. So we're lifting our top leg up to hip height. From here, if you want to, you can just put a little pressure into the ground with that lower leg to help support you. Make a strong base. It's the top leg going to do all the work. So, breath in, prepare. Breathe out and swing the leg forward with control. It might not go too far depending on your flexibility. As you breathe in, let's pull the leg backwards as far as you can go, and again, just work to your own levels of flexibility. We'll keep this action going. So the breath out, we come forwards. The breath in, we go backwards. And we want to keep this a really smooth, flowing action. It just goes in time with the breathing. Energize that leg as it works, forward and back. You're getting your energy from your core, pushing it along that leg, out of the foot, and also pushing up through the body as well. We're growing taller. Again, it doesn't matter, big or small actions, as far as you can go, but try not to let the body wobble around. Everything is perfectly still apart from the legs. So you are hinging forward and back from the hip joint. As the leg goes back, really think about tucking the tailbone between the legs to hold the neutral spine. And as you come forward, push your tailbone long so that the lower back position never changes. Now you want to do this about 10 times forward and back before you give it a rest. Once again, check that shoulder, no wibbly wobblying, everything perfectly placed and controlled. If you want to add a progression, as you come forward, flex the foot, toes up the nose, and as you go back, point the toes away from you. This just adds a little bit more work through the hamstrings and quads. But the same rhythm, breathing in to go back, breathing out to come forward. Smooth and controlled. Feel it from your core. Remember not to push too far, because if you lose your core, if you lose your neutral spine, if you start rocking and rolling or arching and swaying through the middle, then you won't get the benefits. The final option is to add a pulse. So as you come forward, kick, kick, and as you come back, again, just that extra pulse on the back. And a pulse is not a bounce, it's an extra little stretch, just to add That extra little bit on the end, make sure that you are stretching, that you're working those muscles as hard as you can. Keep working from the core, strong and controlled. And when you've got to the end of your 10 reps, whichever option you've chosen, you can let the leg relax and recover. Please do remember that you now have to turn over and do exactly the same thing again on the other side. So the 10 reps, remember if you can't do 10, just do 5 or 6, build your way up, but you must concentrate on the perfect technique. So whichever option you choose, you work to your own level and even up the sides.